Will Planet Coaster 2 be revealed this week? I think it will be, and it's just a couple of days. I even think I know the day, but more about this in a second. First of all, let me give you a couple of arguments and reasons why I think so and why this is not just pure guessing. So, the last couple of days or weeks had a lot of little things, little puzzle pieces that came together to give me the final understanding that we may actually be seeing the reveal of this game further, or like actually within this week. So first things first, we know obviously that the new fiscal year for Frontier has started this Saturday. So we are in the year of an unannounced CMS game. This is something we do know from the official Frontier announcement about their next coming games. We do know for certain for over 2 weeks now that the game for next fiscal year, so not 2025, or this is the fiscal year but release in 2024, but actually fiscal year 26, which is release in 2025. It's always like you have to be a bit more, it's like not the actual year because they have it always half year. That's why it's always the upcoming year. Anyways, they have announced that Jurassic World Evolution 3 basically is going to be the game. So that leaves us with a gap of another year. So if there was a Planet Coaster 2 in development, this year would be the point to do it, because next year is reserved for, or reserved for, Jurassic World Evolution 3, and the year after would actually mark 11 years from Planet Coaster 1 to this one. So that may actually be a little bit long, and given the situation at Frontier, this might be it. But there are even more evidences. We had this insane sale of Planet Coaster a week ago, with player numbers surging to an almost all-time high, but then we have seen it holding this level of players for so many days, and actually seeing how many people in the theme park genre have been interested in that. And also, given the fact I've done a video about a Park Studio, which has been amongst my better videos recently, way over 10,000 views, this left me also with the knowledge people are absolutely into coaster games and theme park games. And also, let me just understand this correctly. Frontier has been developing these games, we know it from leaks and so on, for so many years, and they have sold their IP of Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. Given that they have basically sold everything they had about the brand Roller Coaster Tycoon. Why would you even do this if you don't have anything else, a replacement in state? And Planet Coaster isn't a replacement, the first one, because you've sold that or basically put that in sale for under €2, which is ridiculous given this is such a great game. But yeah, seeing all these player numbers, seeing all these things fall together, leaves me with the estimation we are just about to witness the reveal very soon. However, why am I thinking this week? Well, hello, because it's Summer Games Festival time. During the past, Frontier almost always revealed their games, the upcoming games for the current year, on the E3. However, the E3 isn't anymore. Both E3s have been terminated one after each other, and now for a couple of years actually already, we don't have the E3 anymore. And after the pandemic, it obviously didn't return. We don't even have a digital E3 anymore, and it almost has been replaced by the Summer Games Festival, which is always during the first weeks of June. And also, given the fact we are just facing this Summer Games Festival coming weekend, it just makes sense that you would reveal an unannounced CMS game. Would you reveal anything else? Well, basically no, because everything else that is related to Frontier has been announced now, with this very, for my taste, surprising reveal of Jurassic World Evolution 3 for next year. I'm not really sure why they have done this. Maybe that's something to do with Universal, you never know. But this leaves us obviously with this game for the current year, and then the next game that is not Jurassic World related will be 2 years later, which potentially may even be Planet Zoo, but let's talk about that in another video. So hold on to your little, things where you sit on your chair with. We are facing this weekend's, Summer Festival, and there's one specific thing that Frontier also has a track record of being featured at with reveals, and this is the PC Gaming Show, which is on coming Sunday. I don't exactly know which time it would be for you. I think for me it's to 7 p.m. in the evening. Not quite sure if it's CET. I don't see these time zones and stuff like that. It always cracks me down. Anyways, this will be coming Sunday, and yeah, it may actually be weird to have it on a Sunday, but again, this is the game's the summer festival, and many big streamers and press and media is covering the entire weekend. People are streaming for hours and hours and hours with all these different shows taking place and having huge game reveals. And there are already a lot of other games and other developers who have already announced that they will be on there and will be hosted. And yeah, that is something I am very, very much looking forward to. I've already thought about that last year, but last year was maybe a stretch. But this year, if you want to release something end of year, you also at some point have to start your marketing campaign. And this is now, okay? If you want to do marketing, there are only 6 months left if you release in December, which I don't think they will. I think Frontier, as always, we know it from the last games, if you look at where all the games have been released. And this is a pattern that I think, even though everything is new with Frontier, this at least is a pattern that they won't change too much, because holiday season is super important to sell games. So I think it is still a given that they will release somewhere around late October, early November. That is the time frame where most of the games like that are obviously released. Then you have a bit of time to fix the game, maybe day one patch, blah blah blah, and prepare a first DLC for the holiday season, the upcoming Christmas season, where everyone has some money and put it on games. That's just how you do that, okay? I'm living in marketing for 15 years now, so I kind of think that this is a given, and I think there's nothing that would change it. However, what is changing obviously is the way Frontier is doing things, and also if you look at, for example, Planet Zoo and Jurassic World Evolution, who have been both revealed earlier in the year, and Planet Coaster 1 as well. Now we are 2 months later, so all of these games have been revealed somewhere around April, and now, as Frontier hasn't done this, it's a little bit later, so I hopefully think they have a bit more of a finished product already at hand. I'm very curious to see if we are going to see a trailer, if it is yet again being a cinematic one, like all the reveal trailers we had in the past have been cinematic ones, so we can't really tell too much from the game. There are still a lot of hints in these trailers, because most of it, what you see in these trailers, will eventually make its way into the game one way or the other. So if you watch the Planet Zoo trailer or the reveal trailer again nowadays, you can see that everything is in the game as of now. A lot of these things haven't been in at the beginning, but as they already plan out the future, it's very likely that they will not put anything in these trailers that will never make it to a game, because that's in a way false advertising too, and the more you do that, the more people will smell that it's stinky. So that's potentially not going to happen. But again, I'm very, very optimistic, and just to reinforce that once and for all, because people will always accuse me of knowing something, which I totally don't, and I hate it. I hate it. I tell you, I hate it. I hate the fact that I can do this video without any danger of spoiling anything, because literally there is anything I can spoil. And I would love to just sit here and smile into my computer not doing these videos. But trust me, there is unfortunately nothing I know, which may actually be a weird sign, I guess. But lately it has appeared that Frontier weren't too too keen on sharing that many information anyways. I think it's, because of all the leaks happened in the past, it's just obvious that they're a bit more careful. So, yeah, I'm sitting here as a fan, and you've maybe seen that my Planet Coaster content has been increasing a tiny bit lately. I am just so ready for Planet Coaster 2, guys. You can't even imagine how much I am. I'm craving for it. You can't. It's insane. Anyways, I don't want to make too much of a video about rambling about this. I gave you all the reasons, and one thing I want to do is quickly tell you why I think it's Planet Coaster 2, by the way, because we've spoken a lot about the fact why it's a reveal now for the new CMS, and why it makes sense that it's this week, and why it may actually even be the PC gaming show. There's a lot of evidence to why that is, but now let's quickly talk about Planet Coaster. We had that at the beginning with the huge discount on Planet Coaster, but there's even this 4K patch that they released 2 weeks ago, which again is the first patch in 6 years or 5 years that the game has seen. you would not do this for, like, it's not even cleaning your brand in a way, if you will. It's not like that you all of a sudden decide like, oh my god, yeah, it's wait a sec, it's May 2024 and all of a sudden people can play on 4K, let's give them a patch. No. Just, you don't do that. It's not like, not someone at Frontier has decided to say, oh, look at that, they have now surpassed 50% of the people using 4K now, let's give them a 4K patch on an 8-year-old game. That is not what you do. This is something you do when you expect a lot of people being excited for a successor, checking out the predecessor and the first game. And what do you do to make them even check this out, gamer? Oh well, yeah, you do put that on a discount, so a lot of people have the game for a very small amount of money so they can check it out. Which, by the way, is only if you're proud of your product and if you still think it holds up very well, which I do think it does. So that's why I made the hello and welcome to Planet Coaster video. I'm still thinking this is a great game even today, but it does deserve a successor. And yeah, all the other things we've talked about in the past, I don't want to go too deep into it because I've talked about this a million times, but Frontier has a track record in theme park games, you know that, with Planet Zoo. Frontier is also in a situation where they need a success, and you don't do a success when you go into a completely different terrain now that you haven't been in and you haven't shown that you can deliver. So with the credit they have, especially in a coaster builder park, you know, that is something they would do. So at the end of the day, I'm very certain now, and I'm getting more and more confident, we are going to see a reveal very soon, and my guess would be coming Sunday on the PC Gaming Show. And if not, maybe next week or so, but you know, for now, I put my money on this one, hoping that I'm right, or maybe we see it even earlier, and then they show some additional stuff there. Who knows? But I'm certain we are getting closer to it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little update. I want to do also like a little bit of a wish list for Planet Coaster 2 eventually. So if you have any wishes that has to be in Planet Coaster 2, put them down in the comments so I can use all of that feedback to kind of create this video soon. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you as always in the next one. Also, by the way, if you want to help me reach these 90k, which are just a couple of people left, you have the chance to become the 90,000th subscriber on my channel. So click subscribe now, and with a bit of luck, you make me go there today. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful week ahead. Hopefully next Monday we meet to talk about Planet Coaster 2 official reveal. That would be great.